Okay, I'll turn that down a little bit. Here we have it, the very first prototype. This is an exclusive little sneak preview to all of you who already have an OSC 303. A lot of you already know this is coming, and of course when I released the OSC 303 I said it was coming next. So it's a little bit delayed, but here it is finally. This is just a cardboard panel at the moment, just to, you know, basically do the demo. I will be getting some test panels soon, and as soon as that comes, I'll actually be making a public release. But for the moment, this is just an exclusive for you guys who've already got an OSC 303. Now, what we've got here, we've got the filter section. We've also got integrated envelope. So, you know, the joke is every VCF 303 comes with a free ENV 303 because, yes, it's already built in. But we've also got accent as well, as you can hear. And this is achieved by, you need to, let's have a look at this patch. What I'm doing is, this is being sequenced from Rene, because if you didn't know, the glide mode on Rene is actually the same as the 303. So Rene and pressure points make a perfect combo for this. So what I've got Rene just playing a pattern, and the control for the slide is coming from pressure points, the top row, and the OSC 303 is being obviously coming from the Rene. The output of this is going into the VCF 303. This is both going to a VCA, which has two CV inputs. Now this is how we get the accent, because the second CV input is being driven from the accent pot. So the accent actually comes out from the module into the second CV input on the VCA. And of course we've got an ADSR just, you know, controlling the VCA as normal. You know, it's just like a basic East Coast patch. And yeah, so we've got audio input. We've got CV control over the cutoff, the output. You've got an input to trigger the envelope, and you've got an envelope output as well. So you could just use it as an envelope generator if you want it. I mean, it's just a very basic envelope. And then we've got an accent trigger, and then the accent out. The trigger on the accent is actually more like a switch, because the way the 303 section works, the accent switch is opened, and the decay on the envelope is cut short. And well, without getting too technical, that's the way it works. You need two inputs, but we've actually got this normaled, so you can actually just trigger the envelope and the accent from one jack. And we've got a little activity LED which shows you what the envelope's doing. I don't know if my frame rate, my camera's going to be that good. But yeah, let's put the camera down for a second. I'll give it a little tweak. And another thing you might notice here, we've got an extra knob. This is Overdrive. Now what this does, it overdrives the filter input. Now, depending on how strong your oscillator is depending where it will start. Now, on the OSC 303, it's quite a low oscillator, so the overdrive will start about halfway. But what you've got to do is you've got to make sure you turn the volume down, because as soon as you start overdriving the filter, it gets very loud. And I haven't measured it, but you're probably going to get about 20 volt peak to peak with maximum. Well, at least the initial test did that, but I will see. I'll give you an exact spec once I've actually given it right through its tests, and we've got a proper pattern on there, panel, and you know, and we've actually getting a little bit closer to a public release. But as you turn this up, the resonance gets suppressed, the filter overdrives. And that's without it. So let's have a look. Like I say, I've got the pressure points at the moment. The second row is triggering the accents. So if I turn this back up, that's all the accents off. The envelope is being triggered from the clock pulse, which is coming from the RCD. So if I turn up sections on here, so we've got voltage controlled accents, and let's have a look. I'll just put that down for a second, grab a cable. I'll plug in the pressure points output into the CV in. Move the camera here. If you can see that. So this one is controlling the cutoff. This one is controlling the accent. No accent, accent. So of course when I let my finger off the pressure points, it's just going to run through and play a sequence cutoff. The top row, as I said, is controlling the Rene slide, so I'll turn that off. And the accent's on the second row. And of course, let's just reset the camera. If we take the CV out and put it into another phone, get some frequency modulation going. And another trick that I found, I just discovered earlier actually when I was playing around with this. Like I say, this is the first prototype. But if you take the saw out of the OS303 into the CV in, you get quite a nice effect.